पक्रिने कुरा धेरै ठुलो कुरा त्यस्तो के गर्नु छ छोडेर कानुनी शासन मान्छु पनि भन्नुहुन्छ अनि गाई कानुनले पक्का गर्न मिल्छ त्यो बच्चा चाहियो त्यो के गर्यो त्यो के गरेको
If you didn't know, there was a protest in Nepal around 6 or 7 months ago, and it was a big thing. It was all over the news. It was mainly led by the youth because they were frustrated. It wasn't just the youth that were frustrated. It was also many other Nepali citizens, just Nepalis in general. They were very frustrated with the leaders and the government because you see, for a very long time, the government has been corrupt in a way. Not in a way, they've been corrupt. They've been taking foreign aid money, and many of, the policymakers, politicians, they've basically been stashing that money into their own bank accounts. And instead of using it on the people who actually need it, they've been spending it on their children. And when videos of these children's lavish lifestyles and the whole exploits of what these politicians have been doing got leaked, everybody got mad. And to add fuel to the fire, the government even tried to censor all of that. Which, obviously that didn't make it any better. So in turn, what happened was probably one of the biggest protests in the nation's history. And the reason I brought up this old man, this is not this guy, I don't know who he is, but the one way over there in the corner, that's KP Oli Sharma. He was the former prime minister of Nepal until recently when he fled after the protest started. He was probably one of the most corrupt guys in the country, and the main reason I kind of wanted to bring him back up was because he actually came back recently, and he's been stating that he's going to be running for PM again, and nobody's going to be able to stop him. Why? Number one, there's nobody else to vote for, in his words. Number two, the people have no choice. He says we're lost, and he's basically the light that can lead us. No, he isn't. Oh my God, people were just trying to kill you 5 months ago, buddy. I don't know what we're on about. And secondly, he also called the youth destructive, unreliable, and in a way, stupid. Now this kind of leads me to my main point. After the protests, a lot of good things happened, right? First of all, there was a new government. We have a new prime minister, first female prime minister of the country, Sushila Karki, this lady right here. And she's been alright. She's been decent, but she hasn't really done much, to be fair. But what we were fighting for during the protest was, first of all, freedom for speech. Second of all, honesty from the government, accountability from the government. And third of all, a platform for youth. Somewhere where we get to voice our concerns, because after all, it's our future we're fighting for. Many of these old heads, they're going to be long gone by the time it's our time to take charge. So right now, we want to also have some input into the government. Really, none of that's happened. Nothing's really changed at all. And as you can see, the corrupt politicians and these elites, they're kind of coming back very, very quietly. Why? Because we're not really pushing for anything at all. The Nepali youth, once the protests ended, we haven't really done much. And when you stop your efforts, everything we've already done just kind of goes to waste. Now we're just being seen as destructive and doing all this, which is very there's no point to it. That's what's being said in the media. So I think if we want to kind of uphold our reputation as a generation, it's our job to continue pushing and fighting. We've been one of the few generations in this country that's refused to just stay silent. We fought for what we believe in, and when you do that, you don't stop. You got to continue till everything's kind of flipped and became right, So, in my opinion, what I think we as the Nepali youth, or just any other Nepali person who wants to see this country be better, anybody who wants to continue enjoying this delicious momo, some delicious thukpa. I don't know if y'all consider dal bhat tarkari delicious. I do. I love it. But stuff like that. If we want to continue enjoying this culture, the people, the country, we need to continue kind of leading ourselves into the future. We need to change for the future. We can't be stuck back in the past. We can't be stuck with these old policies, these old superstitions, I guess, these like old rules. Like we're not in the 2000s anymore. It's the 2020, you know, we're gonna be here for a while. So we gotta start changing the country for that as well. As FDR once said, this old man right here, 32nd president of the US, I believe. He once said that we cannot create the future for the youth, but we can create the youth for the future. What that means is when the government and the country invests in the youth will be able to reciprocate that investment and help the country in the long term. So that's what I'm asking for. If the country and the government, you know, if they're reluctant to support us, or even if they don't want to, we got to prove to them that we are something worth supporting, we can do something, and we are very reliable. And in order to prove this, we got to continue. We got to show that, you know, we're going to finish what we started. We can't just end the whole thing halfway. We got to finish it out. We got to see the whole thing out, you know? So I think if we want to continue having a good time in this country, if you want to see our future generations smile like these two fine gentlemen right here, I think what we have to do is start taking initiative again. We need to start movements. We need to start petitions. We need to start, you know, kind of forcing out civil reforms. Whether that be through working in local governments, smaller governments, working our way up, or maybe even holding another protest. Although I'd like to avoid that because the last one was... The whole point of the protest was kind of like to fight against censorship in the corrupt government, right? That kind of led to actually being more destructive. People who weren't part of the protests, they started just pretending to be in the protests. They started destroying everything, committing crimes. So I don't think another protest is a good idea. And you know, once we are kind of able to create a solid foundations for ourselves, show that we can do something, I think we start building up from that. So, in my opinion, spread the word. You know, get something done. Don't just say you're gonna do it. Please do it. Oh yeah, shocking statistic, by the way. 45% of Nepalis are like, I believe, 40 and younger. And only 5% of them are policymakers. So we kind of need to change that. If you want to have a future that's good, you can't have old heads in the government. I'm not saying we got to kick them out. I'm saying we got to collaborate. It can't just be one or the other. It has to be both. If we want the divide between the government and the people to, you know, be fixed, we the people need to start taking the initiative to do that. Since the government, they seem very reluctant to do that. And only once we do that are we going to be able to stop letting these corrupt people back in this country. We're going to be able to solve our problems, and we're going to be able to have a better future for our kids, for ourselves. If you're an distinguished gentleman like this man right here, and you're not really connected to the country, you're not really Nepali, but you want to help out, I suppose what you can do is, again, try and spread the awareness. You know, donate a couple of dimes to the country. Make sure that whatever you donate to is legitimate, because again, this could be another kind of setup for the corrupt politicians to make more money off of you. So, you know, make sure it's legitimate. You know, I don't think being Nepali is about being from the country or like being from that culture. I think what it's really about is helping and supporting the country in its times of needs. It's kind of like being a good husband or a good wife, you know. You gotta help them out when they need it. I mean, you should always be there, but, you know, in the most important times. So, yeah. That's my take on it, you know. Hopefully we can lead to a better future where this cyclical destruction is just gone, and we can live peaceful lives and see a better Nepal. Thank you.